Hi, I'm Keita. Today I want to show you a review of the Pergear 10mm Fisheye fixed aperture f5.6. This thing costs only $75 US, which is insane. This is the cheapest lens I have. I mean the cheapest modern lens I have. I'm gonna show you some pictures. There's tons of distortion in this lens because I mean it's a fisheye. You can correct it a little bit. It depends of the subject you're shooting. If your subject is like very close, it's gonna be like pretty hard to correct or almost impossible because the distortion is gonna be too much and you're gonna have to like apply too much correction and do a lot of like stretch and club. But if the subject is like far away, like if you're shooting like a house or building far away, you can actually you can correct it and it's not gonna look, it's gonna look normalish. So this thing turns in Micro Four Thirds, this thing turns into a 20mm, which is basically ideal for like brogging. And then you see this thing turns into 15mm. This is a brogging test. Here we can see the distortion and the field of view of the lens without any kind of like correction and without any crop from like digital stabilization. You can see it's quite wide. It has a lot of chromatic aberration and it's kind of hard to correct because it has like green, yellowish, and also blue. If you try to correct one, you kind of mess the other one. So when shooting high contrast, you're gonna have to deal with the chromatic aberration. I mean, you can correct it like on Photoshop, like if you apply like a mask or if you do it manually. But I mean, with the standard corrector Lightroom, it's gonna be hard to remove. So one thing I like to this lens is what I call the fun factor. It's very fun to use this lens because you can use the hyperfocal distance. So the minimum focal distance of this lens is like the minimum focal distance of this lens is 15 centimeters, and you can put this thing around like 30 or 50 centimeters, the 0.3 or 0.5 meters, and everything is going to be on focus. So you can just put this thing, and you don't have to worry about being you don't have to worry about focusing. So you just put the lens and you just frame and you just take a snapshot. It's pretty fun using it that way. The negative side is that there's few negative sides. It's pretty easy to touch the lens accidentally with my oily stupid fingers. And another thing is this thing has a hood that is put in, and so you cannot really put any kind of filter. So like a standard range, to put like an ND filter or like a diffuser filter, or you cannot use anything of that. That's a con, and that's the con, and the other con is that the problem that it's very easy to touch it. It's a good lens. I can recommend it if you just want to try fisheye for cheap. I think there's better options, of course, like the 7 ounces and there's much better options that, but they are around $400 or $500 price point, and this thing is like less than $100. So you just want something that's ultra wide, or this one for brogging is actually very good because you just have to correct a little bit, and it's pretty usable. I mean, especially on, well, I think both in Micro Four Thirds and on APS-C, but especially in Micro Four Thirds because 20 is it's very useful. It's a little bit wider than 24, and you get a lot of the surrounding, and you just have to correct it a little bit, and that's completely usable. I'm gonna put broken test so you can see how it looks with broken. So yeah, it's a fisheye cheap toy lens. Everything is pretty fun to use. It can be used for like brogging, and that's pretty much all I had to say about that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope if you like the video, just click on the like button, and if you want to maybe subscribe, I would really appreciate. Hope you had a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.